they're trying to target the current Ford F-150 and, you know, your everyday driver truck audience. What is going on, guys? I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We are doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers for a $50 Amazon gift card. All you have to do to get entered in a win is drop a like and leave a sub, and you are good to go. Today, the market in general saw a really good rebound day. We have been absolutely beaten down. All major indexes over the past week have been in 5 to 10% pullback territory. So a little bit of a correction, pretty much driven by a lot of the big tech sector, particularly Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, companies like this selling off drastically after their massive run-ups that we saw the past couple of months. So some natural profit taking as well as some other crazy stuff kind of going on in the options market, SoftBank, and all the crazy drama there. But I think a really positive turning point potentially we could have seen today. I do think that it's kind of hit levels where everybody is like, okay, we got to go in and we got to do some buying to get some value out of this kind of pullback. I don't think we're totally done. I think anytime you have a really big day in the red, there's blood in the water, investors come in and they try to get these bargains. But typically what you see is, you know, after a day like today, you're going to see another day of red. And then there's always a lot of skepticism going into the weekend. Friday is always a really interesting day. So I know we still have one more day before Friday, but it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out the remainder of the week. If we can end on a high note Friday, I think that is very positive for the market going forward. Now, I do want to talk more about Nikola Motors and their recent announcement with the merger with General Motors today. Their share price, obviously, yesterday, I should say, absolutely skyrocketed. It was up at some points throughout the day, up over 50%. So as I predicted in yesterday's video, you saw some profit taking and some pullback today, down around 10 to 15% ballpark range pretty much throughout the entire day. This is totally normal for something like this. Anytime a stock runs up as fast and aggressively as something like that, you saw it with Zoom, you've seen it now with Tesla. They have these massive run-ups and then they pull back to territory where they probably should be, and then you're probably going to see a little bit more buying in the coming days and weeks once the blood kind of settles and volatility settles down and stuff like that. So, you know, I think this is par for the course. Nothing to worry about with Tesla. If you're an investor, the news yesterday was really positive, really good. And, you know, if you're netting yesterday and today's gain, you're still up 30% for the past 2 days, which is amazing. There's also a bunch of new announcements that Nikola has been making on kind of their pre-orders and things that you can do. So you can now pre-order their Nikola Wave, which is their jet ski basically, and they've said the price for this is going to be around $20,000. I'm not sure yet on the production date or when they plan to essentially build and fulfill these orders for pre-orders, but you can pre-order starting at $100. You can pre-order their off-road terrain vehicle, which starts at $80,000, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know anybody who's going to pay $80,000 for that, but that's going to be the starting price, and you can pre-order that for as little as $100. And they have extended the Badger pre-orders, so you can pre-order the Honey Badger, which is the $5,000 package, and that is going to be the hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. So the big one, you know, the 906 horsepower, 600-mile range, and stuff like that. So that's $5,000. And then you get tickets to Nikola World and all sorts of stuff like that. So they have reopened those pre-orders, and now they have said anybody who wants to pre-order the Nikola Badger at any of those tiers, basically the simple battery one all the way up to the souped up hydrogen fuel cell one, that is, you can pre-order for like $100. So that's really cool. I think that if they can get the price point down, which they will, it's like any other car. If you look at Tesla when they were first producing cars, right, you couldn't get anything for under, you know, $50,000, $60,000. Now you can get the Tesla Model 3 for $30,000, $35,000. So economics is huge here. The target audience, and I've seen so many YouTubers, and now that Nikola is getting kind of the light and Trevor Milton is on Fox Business and CNBC and all this stuff, more YouTubers are starting to cover Nikola as like a direct competitor of Tesla, and they really take craps on Nikola because A, they hate Trevor Milton, and everybody loves Elon Musk, and rightfully so. You're free to like and dislike whoever you want when it comes to the CEO, but you can't discount Nikola has had some really positive news in the past week and in the past months since their IPO. They have done some really cool things and announced some really awesome products. So where I disagree with a lot of these YouTubers, I saw a video that Meet Kevin put out yesterday, basically talking about how, you know, the audience for Nikola and Tesla, he's assuming that the audience is the same, people existing like who already own EVs, who are interested in buying EVs. I think Nikola is trying to do much more than that. Like, they're trying to target the current Ford F-150 and, you know, your everyday driver truck audience, not necessarily the EV people. Because if you look at what Tesla sells, right, they don't have their Cybertruck. It's not on the market yet. Nobody has bought the Cybertruck because it's not being produced yet. Nobody has bought their, you know, long haul trucking. You know, that's not existent. So basically, if you're comparing those two factors of Nikola and Tesla, they net out because neither company has really started producing those trucks or long distance trucking. Now, Tesla, yes, they have their, you know, Model 3, Model S, all that stuff, but those are cars, right? Typically people are, you're either a car guy or you're a truck guy, and there's some people who are in the middle, but I don't think that it needs to be a comparison of, okay, hey, Tesla has sold, you know, 5,000 Model 3s this past week and Nikola has sold, you know, nothing or anything like that, because Nikola isn't selling cars. Their audience is different. Their fundamental audience is very different. So to me, I'm not going to sit here and compare Nikola to Tesla when it comes to, you know, the existing sales and the things that Tesla has on the market. Why I like to compare the two companies, and the only way I feel like I can compare the two companies is they're EV. They're trying to be innovative. They're trying to be disruptors to the current diesel gasoline industry, and Nikola in particular is really trying to be disruptive in the trucking market, and not even the consumer side, the, you know, the freight, the long haul trucking and stuff like that. That is where they're going to make their money, and that is where they're going to be disruptive. So there's two separate markets, two separate things going on, and I think when you're analyzing the two companies, you need to keep that in perspective. In general, if you're looking for my recommendation to buy Nikola stock at its current share price, my recommendation would be to sit back, wait, let a little bit of this volatility level out, see where the stock hits a new floor, because we had seen the floor right around $40 and then it tailed off, you know, with all the tech and everything pulling back to right around $30, $35. You got this big announcement, massive run up like anticipated, and now it's selling off and pulling back. And I think it's probably going to settle back down in its, you know, $44, $45 range. So if the share price breaches below its $40 threshold here in the next few days, I personally am going to consider, see, I can't even spit it out. I'm going to consider buying a few more shares of Nikola. You know, the important thing is to steadily add to your portfolio throughout time as you see stocks you like hitting into the red. Like, typically you don't want to buy on up days, right? Unless you are really positive in the financials and the outlook of the company. You always want to be buying these things when you see them in the red. And Nikola is having a natural pullback day, but I think, you know, you're probably going to see this continue for the next 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to hold off on re-upping on a few more Nikola shares. So that is going to do it for today's video. But before we go, there's 2 things I need you to do. If you haven't dropped a sub or left a like already, I'm going to need you to do that, or you're not going to get the fun fact of the day, which is, today in history, 1948, North Korea was founded, and I don't think they even have vehicles over there. Like, Kim Jong, if you're listening, question, if you're even alive, consider opening up to the rest of the world and letting us come in and help you out, dude. Like, you know, America has so much to offer. Tesla has so much to offer. Nikola has so much to offer. All the great technology. Don't hold back from your people. But today in history, North Korea was founded, so that is something I did not know and learned today. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.